You make sure to get the last few shadow now. My name is Lanayru. Your efforts have at last restored each of us light spirits in Hyrule. O hero chosen by the gods, the dark power that you seek, it waits in a temple set at the bed of Lake Hylia. But before seeking it, you must now bear witness to something, and never forget it. You must know that it was the will of the goddesses that we lock away the forbidden power. When all was chaos, the goddesses descended and gave order and life to the world. They granted power equally to all who dwelt in the light, then returned to the heavens. The lands where the goddesses descended came to be known as the Sacred Realm. For ages, the people lived at ease, content in body and mind. But soon, word of the Sacred Realm spread throughout Hyrule, and a great battle ensued. Among those living in the light, interlopers who excelled at magic appeared. Wielding powerful sorcery, they tried to establish dominion over the Sacred Realm. It was then that the goddesses ordered us three light spirits to intervene. We sealed away the great magic that those individuals had mastered. You know this magic. It is the dark power you seek, the fused shadow. O hero chosen by the goddesses, beware. Those who do not know the danger of wielding power will, before long, be ruled by it. Never forget that. The dark power that you seek is within the sleeping lakebed temple in Lake Hylia. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess after probably, yeah, I would go ahead and consider that the trippiest cutscene in the game. It's very strange. And yeah, but we're finding out Twilight, which is awesome. So in the last episode, we finished up in the Twilight, and we defeated the Twilight Bloat. And this episode, basically, so we kind of know what we've got to do. We've got to get the final Fused Shadow from the Lakebed Temple, and we've got that request to fulfill from Prince Rallis's mother, the Queen Rutella of the Zoras. But we're going to work on that kind of slowly. For now, we've actually got a lot of stuff to do, because the whole of Lanayru Province is open to us now, and there's a lot of stuff we can gather. But for now, we're in the weird gorge that is Lake Hylia, and you'll kind of notice, yeah, it's really difficult to get out of. In fact, there's only really one reliable way of doing it, which is this fellow here. Some of the Zoras are still alive down under there. Oh, I thought maybe they dried up along with the lake. Hey buddy, have you heard? There's like a temple down there or something at the bottom of this lake. They put on such airs with their rituals and the fancy temple hoo-ha, then they just disappear. And what's with putting that temple so deep that humans can't swim there? I swear, those Zoras. Oh, are you a customer? You are one lucky fella. The height of excitement, the thrill of launch into the heavens, the very peak of flying fascination. It can be yours, fella, for one limited time only, and without waiting in line. It's only a paltry 10 rupees. What do you say, buddy of mine? Want to give it a shot? That went more and more Australian as time went on. Anyway, yeah, he was describing something. Can you guess what it was? In fact, it's, well, today this is the episode of the trippy cutscenes. Whoa, that reminds me of something. Didn't the late Queen Zora in Queen Zora's domain ask you to do something? She asked us to find her son, the one who's been missing since he headed to Hyrule Castle. I think she said something about getting you some special power if you rescued him. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, long story short, heavy-handed delivery in-game is heavy-handed. Yeah, they're really not subtle. But, yeah, that's the only way, really, other than some other stuff we'll come across later, to get out of that kind of Lake Hylia gorge area is by bizarre cannon flight powered by trippy bird music. Anyway, we're going to continue on ahead, and what we want to do is come around here to the left. So what we actually want to do here is, if you listen carefully, you can hear a tinkling, because there's a golden bug somewhere nearby. This one is really annoying and mobile, though. I was going to say movementy, then I realised that's not a phrase. Haha. What are you doing up there? That's a bizarre place to be, but anyway, let's lock onto it and bring it over with the old Gale Boomerang. Oh! You're a fast motherfucker, aren't you? This one you really got to wait for it to be close to the ground and then going to grab it. Wallop! Nope. Wallop! There we go. We got a male mantis, and you know the rule as ever is that where there is one bug, there's another bug somewhere nearby, so let's head across the bridge. Mr. Doctor, wait! Hooray for this guy again. I'm not even going to bother reading out what he says because he always says exactly the same thing. There's a letter for you, 2 letters in fact. He always delivers 2 at a time. And it's always after a major dungeon or after a Twilight section or something like that. But these 2 letters are actually vaguely important because they kind of give us some structure for what we'll be doing over the coming episodes. Because there is a letter from Barnes saying he's got a new type of bomb. Interesting. They can be used underwater. That's cool. And also 2 new tourist attractions open. Is Isa's and Henna's Playground for Grown-Ups. We'll go there later on. Will that be this episode? This will actually be this episode, so I'll talk about it when we get to it. That's up near Zora's River, but we're not going there yet. For now here as well, there is another, if you remember back to Kakariko Graveyard, there's another swarm of Gwais here. So, if we just kill all of them, and once you've got all of them, much like in Kakariko Graveyard, motherfucker, you're making me look foolish, game. Don't do this to me. Well, there's usually a rupee drop, and for some reason there wasn't there. Thanks for that one, game. You made me look like a dick. Hope you're happy. But anyway, if we just continue along here, we get to this underground bit, which actually introduces a new enemy. It's an old series favourite, but we've not met them in this game yet. These are Choo-Choos, which attack, and interesting, when you kill them, they make a puddle, which you can actually scoop up if you had an empty bottle, which we don't. We've still got that milk the first one came with, and still got our fairy from the first dungeon. They come in a number of colours, and basically, their colour depends on what the potion does, so if you don't scoop up these purple ones, because that actually makes something that will damage you, so don't get that. They come in red and gold varieties and various things. Oh, there's yellow ones that do lamp oil and stuff like that. Anyway, what we're here for is there's another insect. And much like the last one, this one's a bit of a bitch to catch, but... Come on. There we go. Hooray! We got a female mantis. So we've got a pair of mantises now. So now what we're going to do is head back up to... I didn't really talk about that platform. The place where we landed when we shot up from Lake Hylia. We're actually going to head back there now. So... Back in this place, I don't think it matters that it's nighttime, but let's find out. There is this guy here, because if we talk to him, weird clown man, oh god, he's terrifying.
Well, hi there. Welcome to Falby's Flight by Fowl. Are you ready for a flight full of dreams and sweet bonuses? A cuckoo-powered ride around Lake Hylia? You will love it! Next up for Fantastigation, one big guy. Just one? Right there, that's 20 rupees for a ticket to the Isle of Riches. How about it, partner?
He turned more and more into Kermit the Frog as we went on, but anyway, as he says, we need to grab a cuckoo. They're all basically the same, but I'm going to go for this charcoal coloured one because it looks like it's got spunk. So what we do is we jump off and we can glide around. You can glide through these rupee things to gain rupees, but your real goal, as he said, is the Isle of Riches, which is down underneath us. And you want to land on as close as you can shoot to the top of it. Actually, we're really aiming for... Well, you can see there's that spinning platform at the top. Don't really aim for that, because that's a bit of a bugger to actually land on, and not what we're going for here. That actually just has money in it. Whereas we're going for the topmost non-spinning platform. Little trick, if you use your iron boots, just press D-pad down to put them on and take them off again, and you'll go kind of down briefly, and it's a good way of controlling your flight. Let's try it. Oh, tease it, tease it, tease it. Whoop! There we go. Thank you, chicken. You've served your purpose. Now, let's see what's in here. Orange rupee. That's 100 rupees. That's pretty nice. But that's not actually what we're here for, really. The true goal is on this one directly below us. And I'm actually going to put the iron boots on to make sure I don't jump off by accident. And there we go. Oh, landed actually on the chest. Yeah, this is what we're really here for. This is the important one, because this is a piece of art. And the nice thing about landing towards the top of the Isle of Riches is you can just work your way down. Now, again, keep the iron boots on here, because it's actually quite easy to jump off and actually miss each subsequent platform, so you can jump past this one and onto the next one. Good chance to fill up on some money, because we're going to need a lot of money sometime very soon in the future. Ah, up ahead you see an interesting thing. Well, more importantly, you don't see an interesting thing. You see a floating lantern. More on that later. And finally, let's open this chest. And we've pretty much got all the money we can carry. We've actually literally almost got all the money we can carry. We've only got, because we can only hold a maximum of 300. Anyway, that's us done here once again. And once again, you can only leave Lake Hylia by means of cannon. So let's head back up to where we just were. A lot of to and fro in this episode. So, we're finally going to be actually leaving the Lake Hylia area. There's just one final thing I want to show off, because I don't think I've actually shown it off yet, because I think we've never really needed it. But up ahead you can see this kind of like dark stuff on the horizon. This is horsegrass. I think we actually have seen it before, but just not over the overworld. Basically, play that. And it will always summon Epona, which is very useful, because Hyrule Field is really big. So, we're going to go on a bit of a journey for now. Bring up the map, Future Doctor. Thank you very much. And we're going to go up to North Hyrule Field. Now, got a couple of orders of business here. Firstly, straight ahead you should be able to actually see, because it's nice and clear. On the tree there is a golden bug. Specifically, it's a stag beetle, so we should just be able to dislodge it by rolling into the tree. Or not. Or is it... Oh, it's bloody Skyward Sword, you can do that. That's not a thing in this game. Okay, let's grab the bug. There we go. Male stag beetle. And of course you know the rule with bugs by now, you must be learning this. Which is that where there's one bug, there's another bug. But I've come too far, so give me a second to work my way around. Oh, that's a river! Did not think there was a river there, even despite there being a big blue fucking river on the map. Let's curve around a little bit. Here's the way we want to go, I believe, if we just come around here to the bottom. This cave section, well not cave, kind of just generally rocky section, can be a little bit disorientating, but if we break here... Should be... There we go, there's your bug. There's also a Tektite nearby, but I'm trying to ignore that for now, because I don't think it's going to ignore me, so... Oh, hello, sir. It did not ignore me, I was correct. Was that taken care of? Where did the bug go? Did I accidentally... I can hear it. Oh, what's it doing up there? Get the fuck down here. Come on, right, go for the land so I can actually target you properly. There we go. There's also a cave to the left here, see that kind of like suspicious shaped hole in the wall? You can actually do something there later, but we'll be back here later. Female stag beetle for the collection. Now, here's something cool. We've also come here for a specific reason, because if you remember when we were in the Twilight Zone, we got to Zora's Domain by flying up the river. Obviously, that's not really an option now, so how do we get to Zora's Domain? Thank you! Good question, viewer. The way is through here. We explode that, and then if we hop off Epona, basically you can just go through this cave, and it's a weird little side shortcut. I believe I showed this off while I was actually in the Twilight Realm. Ha! Realm! I did it! That you can kind of come this way, but I showed off that it was kind of like bombs blocking it into Noki Bay. It's a shame it's nighttime, because I really like the music here, but this is, weirdly enough, this place has absolutely zero music at nighttime. It just decides, nope, not going to bother. Actually, in fairness, a lot of places other than Hyrule Field seem to be like that, which is a bit of a shame. But I really like the night at Hyrule Field music that we've just been hearing there for a bit. Butterfly, I believe, or is it a dragonfly? It's a dragonfly. And there is, interestingly, here there is another bug nearby, but it's actually in a different screen, which might slightly throw you, because essentially Zora's Domain and Upper Zora's River count as the same bit. So, if we head through here, then we'll find the dragonfly nearby as well. The other dragonfly, I mean, we just found a dragonfly. We will find a female dragonfly. You can actually see it if you know what you're looking for. This one is occasionally slightly bastarding to get, so let's see if it's going to play ball or not. Let's bring up the old Gale Boomerang. And it's on the opposite shore. Go on, that's going to miss, that's going to probably hit. There we go. And don't fly over the water, you bastard! Come on, come back. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm just going to take you and use you for nefarious purposes. Actually, I haven't even talked about what golden bugs do yet. That's next episode. Hooray! Female dragonfly. Now, if we talk to Isa... a customer? Sorry, but we're temporarily closed. Okay. Hey! You have to talk to her first to activate this shit. Yeah! I was tempted to go for a proper screen there, but decided not to, apparently. As ever, these things can be slightly more buggeredly to fight when you're on foot, but really it's all just about the spin attacks. Come on, recharge. There we go. Oh, bollocks! Okay, that's slightly annoying. So, the standard thing of find the loner, kill the loner. At least it only throws them us in threes for now. I think it starts throwing us more than that later on. Ugh, crap. Damn. No! No! I should have killed that guy. Oh god, now they're all in the same bloody area. Now it gets challenging. And two. And let's hit that guy. And let's hit this guy for one. And then theoretically, come on. Wallop! There we go, that looks cool as knobs as well. Whoa, that scared me. Who are you? How can you keep your cool fighting monsters like that? Wow, what a champ you are. Well, what are we standing around jawing for? Come inside. Golly, talk about scary, I thought it was done for. Things have been getting pretty crazy around here, let me tell you. So, thanks for earlier. My name's Isa, I rent boats here. Well, I used to rent boats here, but then we had a rockfall and it dammed the river up. Yeah, I could sure use a helpful guy around at times like this. Yep, a handy guy sure would be a big help around here. ... Ah well, story of my life, there's not much I can do for you, but come visit any time. Basically, she's trying to offer us a side quest there, which we are about to do. But I just want to do one more thing here first, because the side quest technically involves going somewhere very different, and there's one final thing we need to do. It's a very foggy morning. I've had all the contrast on my monitor set wrong. I'll find out in editing, but I think it's that it's a very foggy morning. But there's another thing here. There is this particular place, which is Fishing Hole. This has two main functions, one of which I'm going to do now, and the other of which we're going to do not a lot later, but when we've got a bit more kind of downtime. So basically, I want to damn near devote an episode to Fishing Hole, because there are two types of fishing in this game, really. There is bobber fishing, using the fishing rod, which we're kind of used to doing, and there is proper reel fishing, which we've not done at all, and this is the only place in the game you can do it. But as I say, I really want to kind of do it justice later on, because there's a lot of complexity to it, and other stuff we can do here, so I'll be going on over that later. But for now, this little pond here, specifically with the sign saying, "Don't litter, do not touch empty bottles or cans in here, the fish are crying, keep the fishing hole clean." So this specific section here, let's cast our rod in it and see what we catch. Whoa, hey, it's a green gill. It's a record-breaking green gill. New size record, but that's not really what I was looking for. Hey, look at that! You caught an empty bottle. Not only can you use this, but it'll clean up the waterway in the process. 2 birds, 1 stone. Pick it up with A to stow it to your other items. Boink! Third empty bottle in the game. Very useful. And that one's quite well hidden. You wouldn't naturally come across that. Anyway, that is us done for now in the fishing hole, so let's return back to Isa's little hut thing. So this time, let's actually offer to agree to help her. I'll help. Really? You're a lifesaver. Well, do you think you can do something about that rock? I'll give you some bombs and arrows, so if you put them together and shoot bomb arrows at that thing. Thanks for the hint, game. So she gives us kind of like loans us a bomb bag here, which we can combine with our arrows to shoot the crap out of that. Boink. And once again. Yay, you did it! Well, my gal tells me there are still some rocks blocking the way along the river, so you should take care of those too. Here's the boat. Hop in. Now, it's a teensy bit dangerous downriver here, so don't leave the boat, okay? One of our part-timers is waiting down there, so you can get the details from her. And when you're done, you can keep that bomb bag and everything in it as a token of my appreciation. So, be seeing you. So, that's what we earned for doing this little quest, and basically, so the controls are basically left and right steer, forwards goes forward, and backwards kind of breaks you. You've got unlimited bomb arrows during this kind of quest, and this does have a function for later, which I'll go into later. 2 episodes from now, probably? Yeah, we'll see how time goes, but probably 2 episodes from now if everything goes according to plan, which it never does, but still. So basically what we need to do is just smash up the rubble on the way down. You can't really fail this, it's just a nice opportunity to get a bit used to the canoeing controls, because they're kind of slightly weird. Like, there's a lot of using currents and flow and stuff like that you don't really maneuver very naturally yourself. You just kind of end up following the river to a certain degree. Interesting music though, because it's alright, but it doesn't really fit with the rest of this game's feel. It feels like it was composed for a different game. Specifically, oh well, I'll talk about that in a sec. Because here's the part-timer. Ah, you've come at the request of the shop owner, haven't you? Well, I'm in her employ, part-time for now. I'm so sorry we've troubled you. You see, these rocks are blocking the natural flow of the river. All you need to do is use your bomb arrows to destroy the blockage. Indeed, let's just do that. Wallop. And wallop. And wallop. There we go. And that's basically all there is to it. Now all we just need to do is... You did it, thank you. Ah, and the water has already begun to flow. Then I shall guide you to the mouth of the river. Follow me. So we need to follow the Zora. And yeah, this music, what does it sound like to me? Mario Party 4. There are just some of the board themes on that, which this really sounds like. I think it's... maybe Shy Guy's Jungle Jam? I don't know why, but I think it's just something to do with the instruments it uses, and the way it's just generally orchestrated sounds very similar. But that's an odd thing for a Zelda game to sound similar to. Ow. Especially, well, I was going to say it's on a different console, but this is basically a GameCube game rather than a Wii game. It was a GameCube game that was ported to Wii. Much like it's looking like the new Zelda's going to be. Well, it is going to be, which everyone predicted, because, yeah, they really wouldn't want to just release that on the Wii U, because the Wii U's a terrible console. No, it's a great console, but it's done terribly, and you can understand why they want to have a, rather than wasting it on a kind of late cycle Wii U one, that's why they want to basically get it out as a, also, you know, basically a launch title for the NX, which makes sense, and I'm sure it'll be great, and worth the fucking 5-year wait. It's depressing when you think the last original Zelda game we had was Skyward Sword. That was an alright game. I liked it actually, but it had its issues, which is why I'm not currently Let's Playing it. I prefer even this game to it. But I like this game, so that's not fair. Anyway, gonna stop my bitching now because we're at the bottom of the river. Woohoo! Handbrake turn! Oh, you can't really do a handbrake turn in a canoe. Oh yeah, you can! Oh, look at that. That's a dangerous maneuver and a half there. Good job out there. You have truly done us a great service. Now the shop can finally reopen. When we were closed, my boss's temper only got worse and worse. It was a rough time for all of us. Oh, and another thing. I don't suppose she promised you anything special for doing this, did she? Just that bomb bag, right? Yeah, she tends to bribe people with whatever's lying around. So stingy, really. It's alright, I'll let her know you kept it when I get back. And indeed, we get a bag with bombs. So this has some functions I'm actually going to talk about in a couple of episodes' time. But the main thing it does is lets us have a second supply of bombs. But I'll talk about it now, I suppose. So we got a message earlier from Barnes saying he's got a different type of bombs in. Essentially, at the moment, we've got 2 bomb bags, each carrying up to 30 regular bombs. But if we get a different type of bombs, we can actually have 2 of types. So you can have one bag that's full of regular bombs and one that's full of the new type of bombs or something like that. So it's useful for having 2 different types of bombs on you simultaneously. Anyway, once for the 3rd time this episode, I need to catapult myself back up to the surface. So once we do that, map please, we're going to head north of Lake Hylia and then west over to the kind of eastern Hyrule field, at least east relative to Castletown. So, over here, there are, of course, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be collecting bugs for a change. Now, you can just see one up there if you were paying very quick attention. It really seems like nighttime lasts a lot longer. Oh, bollocks. There's a fucking bastard shoot. Ah, you prick. Get shit on. Wow, I'd completely forgotten I was on bomb arrows rather than regular arrows. That was a bit brutal. Just blew his face up. Yeah, daytime, what I was going to say is, yeah, daytime seems to last not very long. It seems to be... Because it feels like we've been entirely in nighttime this episode. We've had a brief bit of daytime. Anyway, what we're doing is waiting for it to come into view. That'll probably do. And bringing it down here. Hello, butterfly. Let's grab that butterfly. Whee! Or a flutterby, as they all want to call it. True story that actually they were originally called flutterbys and were for many years until the poet William Wordsworth called them butterflies as a kind of like, ooh, hilarious play on words, swapping stuff around, and it really stuck. So everyone calls them butterflies now, so shout out to Wordsworth. That's probably the weirdest shout out I've ever done in a video. But anyway, the second butterflies just appear. They're really difficult to miss. And that's us done with almost everything for this episode. Since we're in this area though, got one more thing we want to do, which is cast your minds back to when we are in the Twilight Zone. We activated a Howling Stone. And we actually saw where the Golden Wolf was because we walked past here, but obviously you need to take sword in hand and find him. So indeed, let's do just that. We meet again. It appears your efforts have begun to return some vigour to Hyrule, but it is far too early to relax. Do you feel ready to earn another hidden skill to steel yourself for the forthcoming battles against more powerful foes? Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure that you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the shield attack. Now then, come at me! Ugh, I hate using the shield attack, it's a bit... There we go, wallop! It's a bit dodgy, it doesn't always seem to work, I never use it. But hey, this one is about to teach us incredibly useful. Excellent, it appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well, my third hidden skill is the backslice. Let it be hewn into your mind. A mere shield attack is no match for an enemy protected not just by a shield, but by a thick, full-body coat of armor. Such enemies are often focused on guarding against frequent frontal attacks. They often leave their rear unprotected. That is when you Z target and press A while tilting left or right to jump and roll around your foe, then perform a jumping slice. This is the backslice, now try it! This very much resembles, for me, the parry attack from Wind Waker where you roll around and jump up, because you go 1, 2, 3! Like that. Really useful move, but yeah, it looks like the move you use right at the end of Wind Waker to finish off the final boss. You carry yourself well, but do not forget the proper timing for swinging your sword while you jump. The third skill, the backslice, has been passed on. You learn the third hidden skill, the backslice. Circle around heavily armored enemies to strike their unguarded rears. Yeah. There are still 4 hidden skills for you to learn. Do not neglect your daily sword training between now and the time it comes to you for you to learn the next skill. May we meet again.